Goals. I want to talk about goals. Goals. So, writing your goals. And I want to specifically talk about how writing goals changed my destiny. I know that's a really strong statement. I want to tell you a story though. So, when I was a kid, one of my favorite things, it's going to make you laugh. This is going to show my age. One of my favorite things is Rand McNally maps. Do you remember those maps? All you older people will, and all the younger people will be like, what in the hell are you talking about? Rand McNally maps. So I had these maps, and my dad had them for truck driving. So what he would do is he would give me his map the year after. When he switched to the new ones, he'd give it to me. And when I was a kid, I would sit in my bedroom and I would dream, because I always wanted to travel. I always wanted to go places and do things. And so I would dream. And so I would take out these maps and I would draw all of the routes that I wanted to take throughout America, throughout Canada, throughout Mexico, all the places that I wanted to go. I would draw these down. And what I did, I didn't realize this till later. I found these maps later. And what I had done is I had drawn how I would get to the West Coast. So I'm from Johnson City, Tennessee. And I would draw how I would get to the West Coast. How would I get to Seattle? And then I would draw how I would go through Canada and get to Whitehorse, and how I would get to Fairbanks, Alaska from there. And I'm not kidding. I didn't think about any of this until later. So I would draw out these maps. I would draw out all the places I would go. The Alcan, the Alaska Highway, how I would get there. And then I realized, after I ended up in Seattle, after I took the job in Alaska and I went up there, that I had drawn this route as an 8-year-old. And at this time, it was 20 years later. I was in my late 20s. Was it early 30s? Late 20s. And I was going to Alaska, and I'd already gone to Seattle for school. And I realized that I had drawn all this 20 years before. And I didn't even know that I had planned it, but I had planted something there. And so that when it was time to go to the West Coast, I'd already drawn out the route over and over and over again 20 years before. So what does this have to do with anything? Well, are you writing your goals? So whatever your goals are, if you have health goals, if you decide that you don't want to have back pain anymore, you don't want to have allergies anymore, are you writing it down? You should be writing this down. Write your big goals. Write where you want to be in 20 years or whenever. What you want to have in your life. You need to be writing these down, journaling. This is what I want you to do. Because I didn't even know what I was doing. I didn't even know. And it worked. Like, it ended up putting me where I wanted to be. Or at least where I dreamed of being as a kid. And now, I come back to North Carolina and I still write my goals because it's so important. What are your goals? What should you be writing down? If you have a goal, put down below, comment. I'm going to challenge you. Comment what your goal is. What goal are you going to write down every single day for the next month? When you wake up, what goal are you going to write? Anyways, that's my story. I hope you have a wonderful weekend.